All right, so it's December 20th, and we're going to get started on the flatbed build again. Um, Having a little video editing trouble, so I'm going to go back to filming one direction only at a time. It was too complicated the other way. So I don't know what I have and what I haven't videoed, so I'm going to flip y'all around and we'll go over where I'm at so far. All right, I got this side put on. Got these up there and clamped to help keep it perfectly vertical. In a couple of places, not this one, but those two are keeping it perfectly vertical. Got these bent around, which was a pain in the rear, but I got that bent and that bent. I don't have a press brake. I was just scoring and heating and grunting. Score, heat, beat, repeat. All right. So the next thing I bought was just one of these projector laser levels to show exactly, if you can see right there, get y'all up close there, you can see where the laser comes in, and you can see it right there in the middle hole of the axle. So with that, figured out, this is obviously the bed's let down. So, and that was a previous 30-degree mark. So I started out just going a foot across the top, right there to there, and then 30 degrees and a foot, 30 degrees and a foot, and I ended up about 42 inches wide across the bottom. It's all well and good until realize this vertical is where my restriction is on getting a bigger tire. That plywood there is made 37 inches or 36 and 15/16 or something like that. It's just a little bit shy of 37 inches. Planning on a 36-inch tire. Currently have 32-inch tires, I believe. So when I come up, this piece right here is just barely skirting under that C-channel right there. So I can't really go any higher without notching that C-channel, and I don't want to do that. This is going to give me about an inch of room over that 36-inch tire. Well, I'll bring it over here. Bring it over here and just let it sit up there. Black dot there being very, very, very close to the center. And as you see, we're just a little bit over it. Not much, but just a little bit. But then on the sides here, the outside of that angle iron, and then you see the line there going down. See the line there going down, and then I'm gonna have a 2-inch by 3-inch box underneath it, so the bottom 2 inches on each side will be vertical, and then it'll come up. That piece right there is about, it's right at 13 inches. That's still at, that piece right there is still 12 inches. So 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, and then the down drop is just a little bit longer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the grinder with the cutoff wheel, cut this out. When I do the other side, I'll switch it and mount it in there, and then it'll be the same on the other side. I'll just clamp it, trace it, and then that'll be the same. Before I do that, I need to make a good center line. I need to jack it back up, make a real good center line. So I'm gonna cut that, get that cut out today, and then I may work on some of the railing going around. I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna do this back yet. If I'm gonna taper, probably go from 2 inches to 4 inches is what I'll probably end up doing. And then I'll run the 4x4 tube perfectly on the outside of this back edge here. So then I can go 2 inches here, taper it up to 4 inches. There'll be a gap at some point down there. I'll just have to cut a little piece and fill that. Nobody will ever know, because that's only 3-inch, and I don't want to go buy a piece of 2-inch by 4-inch because that crap's expensive. So that's just going to be one of those make it work situations. thinking I'm gonna run, I'll run aluminum down the side of all that and up and around all this. But I'm thinking I'm gonna run chicken lights down the side here and here, not over the fender, of course, but maybe go one run on the bottom and one run on the top. I don't know yet. We're gonna see. We're gonna start with the bottom, and we may move to the top if we need to. I may also one day redo these steps, and when I do those, I'll take the chicken lights from up top and move them into the bottom, so they'll be all in a row, all the way across. I got all my chickens in a row. Some people have ducks. I guess I'm gonna have chickens. Run all my chicken lights right in a row, right down the center, and I think that'll look pretty cool. On 6-inch centers. Be lighting up the world when we roll through. So this line here, it's 8 inches from this down. The C channel and the 6-inch is obviously 9 inches. So right around here is where that C channel comes out. It just misses it. So, all right, well, we're gonna set the camera up. I'm gonna get that cut and work that straight edge around as I go so that I make good straight cuts, and then we'll get that knocked out. Get this over here, set y'all up on. with the airbags let out, we're at 37 inches. We're hoping for a 36-inch tire. So that will give us, you know, right at an inch of play. I think that's going to be fine. I think that's going to be just fine. All right, next order of business. Do I want to work on that first? Or do I want to work on the support? I think we'll do those next. Yeah, I think we'll do those, the edge pieces next. Let's see if I got enough plate. All right, I'm gonna scrap that idea. I'll cut my gussets out of that to gusset it up, but I'm gonna get some 1/8 inch, 4-inch wide, 1/8 inch thick plate. I don't know why I lost the end off my plasma cutter and now it won't go back on, so I'm just kind of half-assing it till I can get it to get back on. This piece of it, piece that holds it off, come off. So I'm just gonna set the tip on. I know it's gonna ruin that tip. I'm just gonna set the tip on and cut that next side for that side over there and call it a night, and I'll work on that tomorrow. So that's where it's going for tonight. I got that cut out. That was a big step. I know it's not a whole lot of work, but that's a big step, just planning that out. I've been out here an hour or two before I turned the video on, just measuring and drawing and cutting it off and or drawing and then wiping it off and redrawing and wiping it off and drawing and wiping it off to come up with that configuration. So I'm happy with what I got done. So we'll cut that other piece for the other side, work on that some tomorrow, and I'll get it cut and I'll call it for a night. See y'all later. All right, it's December 21st, starting another day on the flatbed. Show y'all where we left off last night after getting this piece cut. So we cut this piece. This is the side, goes on this passenger side over here. Measured from the end here to the first turn. That's that first mark right there. And then I measured okay, no, I got it right. Whew. Thought I'd messed up there for a minute. Then I measured from the end to this turn, and that's this piece. So this is my overhang that'll come up like what we got over here. That's the overhang. Go right down there. So we'll get this bent. I did a little bit differently last time. Last time I just did a diamond blade width. This time I took just a brand new 4.5 inch grind wheel and kind of put it on a little bit of an edge. It was a little bit of a tight radius to get that second radius there. And I don't think it bent quite as well as I wanted it to. So I'm gonna try it this way and see if it bends it a little bit better. But I'll set y'all up and we'll get started. I'm gonna flip it so I can bend it down using the side here as a little bit of a breakage. But I got it pretty good scored, so it should bend pretty easy. Shouldn't have to put heat on this one. Put these clamps on it to help hold it steady. Also, this piece of angle right here will help that bend be nice and crisp. Much better. All right, let's check it with our angle finder. Look at how dead on that is. I mean, you can't get it any more perfect than that. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to bend the next one. A little bit down, not much. Time I put a little 4-inch weld there, it'll pull it right on around. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of weld here, a little bit of weld here to seal this up. For when I put it on there, I'm gonna weld all the way down once it's all holding, but it's gonna take a little bit, and I can't get up in that corner, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. 1221 part 2. Alright, same thing as yesterday. Or not yesterday, but the day we did that over there. We'll give this a full 24 hours. It doesn't take that long, but I'm about to go inside anyway, so give it all night to cool off. Just got it kind of stitch welded here in a couple of places. Leave all these clamps on it until it gets good and cooled down completely. I'll have to come in and kind of fill that little gap right there. But my other piece will come out there, so it's not going to be that much of a gap to fill in. More grinding than a gap. So we'll get that done, and then we'll get all this. I'm gonna do some measuring for my toolboxes. I think I can do a 20-inch deep toolbox and still be about 4 inches off of that. That piece right there will have to go, but I'll be about 4 inches off of the suspension. Good gracious. But we'll do that. Angle's looking real nice. I think I'm gonna come in and put a shelf all along the inside here. We'll see. But I'm thinking I'm gonna make the boxes where this whole area is one box. That whole area back there is another box, instead of trying to separate it out and then, I don't know. We'll figure out how we do it later. But got a few ideas, a few thoughts. So that'll do it for tonight. And then we're not looking too shabby on this. Hopefully, we'll take some time off here around Christmas. Hopefully for first of the year, we're rolling. We're ready. All right. That'll do it for tonight.